Morning. Day 30. I did the math last night. True. 30 days. It's time to go home. Trying to coordinate this so that I get there as fast as possible, but I was talking to my wife about how it takes me 90 minutes to break camp every morning. It doesn't matter what I do. If I have coffee and breakfast, hit the privy, put everything away and put wet clothes on, it's 90 minutes. I'm thinking I may need to do practice drills at home, but you really can't simulate what it feels like to be tired, wanting to sleep, making yourself get out of bed, tear everything down, and put on your wet clothes and go. I think one time I remember being really motivated, a 20-mile road walk on the Coas. Knew it was going to be a really hot day, so I rolled out of bed at 3:30. I don't think I even made coffee. I think I just packed everything up and started going as fast as I could. It was still dark when I left camp. Oh, we are hopeful that today's trail will be better than yesterday's trail. Wow, holy cow. I don't mean to complain, but holy cow. I really think I should stop and complain, because holy cow. That was some really terrible stuff. We've walked a lot of crappy trails in our day, but maybe it was just because it was the end of the day and I was tired, but I don't think so. I think I recall other people mentioning that section of trail is some of the worst, but I'm afraid that that mention that I read includes this section of trail. I don't remember if they said from Seth Warner north or from Congdon north. So we'll have to see what kind of trouble we've got here today. Yeah. "10 miles to the border." Well, that's not very exciting trail. Alright. If I see something more exciting, I'll show you. I'm trying to go fast, but there was this beautiful brook. Just because I want to go home doesn't mean you should be cheated out of seeing this brook. You'll just have to look at it at high speed. Nice and cool. I hiked out in my camp shirt. I had to switch camp shirts last night. I was smelling the guy that I slept next to the night before on my shirt. I wasn't going to be able to eat dinner with that. I thought that his microbes had infested my microbes. Somehow we're going to cram a couple thousand feet of elevation into these last 10 miles. That seems kind of silly, but it's Vermont. I think I see some of it now. Terrible water source, but nice spot. Yeah, that beaver water. Yeah. Pretty sure that's where we came from, so this must be where we're going. I don't want to get turned around now, not this close to the end. Haven't run into very many northbounders this morning. Don't know if people took the day off. It's starting late. It's a vicious climb to get here. Oh, look at that. It's running beaver water. Oh, there's some more. Don't be fooled. It's still beaver water. Alright. I gotta go. Get it? Enjoy Maine. I think there's about 5 miles of trail left. And then a couple miles down to the road. Not much stuff now. Mile or so. We'll still have to walk down to the road. It's not over when it's over. But there were ferns. You know, I always like to show you the ferns. This trail's just murdered my feet again today. This part here is nice. It only tries to kill me every 10, 20 steps. Earlier, every single step was horrifying. There's just no way to finish a hike. There's no sense of accomplishment. There's just a sense of get this shit over with. Clearly they need to pave this section. see signs. Well, this is it, Mr. Frodo. A couple more steps and it's all done.
Hello there. Hi.
Well then, now that those nice people finally left, we can wrap this up. It's been many years in the making. I don't know how it's going to turn out in editing. I may turn out to be the hero of the story, but probably not. The real hero is probably the support crew at home, the two Hudas. They've been sending me love and support and encouragement and food packages, so they get a lot of credit. Zig Ziglar gets a lot of credit. My friend Zig gets a lot of credit. I suppose I should get some credit, but I feel kind of guilty. But yeah, I will probably be recording some afterthoughts later. But for now, we're going to wrap this up here. A celebration of cheese and sausage. And now I gotta figure out how to get down off this hill. See how far away town is from here. Right. Well, it's been fun, I think. Hey, it's been a couple of weeks. Wanted to do a little wrap up on the whole trip. It was not feeling like talking much when I finished the hike, and so I figured there was a little bit more that needed to be said. First of all, I'd like to say it was a hell of a time, good time. Really glad I made the effort. Really glad I stuck around for the whole thing. It's much more fun that way. Already pondering maybe doing it again someday. Might incorporate it into something next year, we'll see. But I am already making plans for next year. But about this hike. This was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the early parts where I was alone. I think more than the parts that were full of people. That's just my nature. But met some nice people along the way and certainly saw a lot of beautiful things. Again, I've got to thank my support crew, my wife and daughter. Very, very supportive. They really encouraged me and they sent me boxes of food, so I appreciated that. I also should thank John, the innkeeper at the old stagecoach in Waterbury. He was very accommodating and makes an excellent breakfast. And I believe Dan, the bartender at the Long Trail Inn, again, very, very good service. Really enjoyed spending some time with that man. He knew how to pull a beer. But yeah, the trail was really good too. You got to appreciate all the people who brought you food or fed you or brought you beer. But yeah, the trail, wow. Those last 12 miles, oh my God. That's part of the reason I was in such a negative mood by the time I finished the trail, those last 12 miles. I was pondering if I go back, maybe going northbound, but skipping those 12 miles. Despite the fact that it's not terrible terrain, the footing was just awful. It really made me grumpy. But yeah, the whole experience, very, very positive. That's why I thought I better record something smiling here, because I wasn't smiling very much there at the end. Well, and when I got to the border, there were some people camped out at the border sign, so I couldn't just walk up and keep filming my video. I had to wait a half an hour for them to leave. But such is life, you know, you can't have everything all to yourself all the time. But boy, I really did enjoy that northern end of the trail where I had it all to myself all the time. That's my kind of hike. And especially once I stopped worrying about how far I was going. I think that really was the key, was to just stop caring and just enjoy the heck out of it. And I survived. There was like 7 days on a 5-day food bag that one time, but I didn't exactly come out of there losing as much weight as I thought. I dropped like 20 pounds while I was out there, and I've put about 10 of it back on since I've been home. Some of that was just water that was missing, I'm thinking. But yeah, already thinking about other plans. We are getting ready right now for Baxter, and then there's Adirondacks, and who knows what'll happen this fall. But I'm thinking next year about I don't think I'm quite ready to do the AT next year, but yeah, I'm putting together some plans. I'm thinking I might try to link the Coas and the north end of the Long Trail together into a big U-shaped Canada to Canada trip. So stick around. We'll see how it all turns out. I don't know what's going to happen there, but I do know we've got a couple of really good Baxter trips coming up. So I'm looking forward to that. Some relaxing backpacking, not worrying about miles, more worried about camping. That's more fun backpacking. But yeah, we'll be back on trail doing miles again soon, I'm sure. So hope you enjoyed this trip. Like I say, I certainly had a heck of a time. It's been a real joy, and I definitely would do it again. I know there were times in there where I didn't sound too happy about life, but really, it's a really fun trail, and I definitely would do it again, and I might. So, all right, that's it. Many years in the making. Good Lord, I remember I was in California still working in an office when I bookmarked my first long trail bookmark, probably 20 years ago. So that's how long I've been thinking about doing this trail. So, but if you keep trying, who knows? Hard to say what might happen next. All right.